You know, when I was with you, Gov, and we were looking around the state, it looked to me as I traveled when I was out with you in California, what it reminded me of more of a war scene where you had certain targets that were bombarded, where artillery was just blew them up. With no rhyme or reason. In other words, you'd have this fire going crazy and burning everything down and 3 houses being fine.
Mr. President, we saw that in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida with hurricanes.
Yeah.
This is also the nature of, to your point, this changing climate, these extreme weather conditions. Not only are they volatile and devastating, but there is no method necessarily to the impact in terms of the predictability of where it might land if we're talking about a hurricane or a wildfire.
Yeah, Kamala Harris had to step in because apparently he was describing the scene in Los Angeles in too much detail. What's even more disturbing is that they both inadvertently admit that in each event that has occurred in America, where the weather is to blame for devastating particular areas and the lives of many Americans, those places and people were targeted by the use of artillery. If we use the comments made by Biden himself in the context in which he used them. Some may say Biden misspoke or made a lousy comparison. Still, I challenge that by referring you back to his comment that it looked like a war scene and that he found it odd that some parts of LA were still standing. At the same time, their neighboring structures and vegetation were burnt to ashes, alluding to the point that some places looked targeted. And I agree, this was a targeted event.